Hello, my hearties. A very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McClue. I'll just tip my cap to you. And a very, very warm welcome to our early evening pop-up this Tuesday evening. I hope you're all well, and I thought we'd just get in before all the sport starts and all that sort of mindless stuff starts on the telly, stuff that's actually of very little interest to you and certainly not to me. So tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 that Scottie McClue is live. Hashtag FloTi, the first lord of the internet, just for you, saying dinky-doo and welcome. That's what I say. So there we are now. Shush, let's just get shot of you right away. There we are, beautiful. Oh, gone. There's always the wee half-wit, isn't there? There we are, fantastic. Lovely, lovely. And Mr. President, there, Barry. Lovely to have you with us. And dinky-doo, hey, hey. Fantastic. Remember, you never stroll, you never troll. Otherwise, lifetime ban from the land of McClue. And we don't want that, do we? Fantastic. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 that Scottie McClue is live just for you. And come and say hi. That's what I all say. Hi. Lovely to have you with us, and a very, very warm welcome. Now then, dinky-doo, you came on my For You page. Ness. How wonderful. I wonder how that happens. It's all a bit of a mystery to McClue, of course, but it's marvellous that it happens. These are the beautiful things that happen in life. Evening, Scottie, dinky-doo, from the land of Nod. Donny, how lovely to have you with us from the land of Nod. Good evening, Scottie. Long time, John Terry here. Great to be back. See you again, my dear friend John. How lovely to have you back with us. Always good to have John with us, I say to you. There we are. Can you add me on Facebook? I probably can, Sparky, actually, to be honest with you. I'll have a look at that, and dinky-doo, I say to you. We've got a huge, huge reach. I mean, the YouTube channel is just going bananas these days. So make sure you subscribe, because that's another place it's at. Right here on Scottie McClue's TikTok. Get following and come and join us, dinky-doo. Scottie McClue. Evening, Scottie. How you doing? Say where you're watching from, guys, when you're coming on. It's always good to have with you. The wonderful Richard Tanner is giving me red roses. We've set a small goal there, just if anybody's feeling flush. But remember, you never, ever, ever, ever have to give McClue anything. How good is that? I say to you, it's always free at the point of delivery and acceptance. From Glen Mavis in Airdrie. I know Glen Mavis. Hello from Alloa. We love Alloa. I started your radio station there 33 years ago. East Lothian, Scottie. Scott. I love East Lothian. I lived there for a long time and was very, very happy out at the Saltoons. Dinky-doo, Scottie McClue. Fantastic. Hello from Ayrshire. Celtic or Rangers? I think you should go and see them both play and then just make your mind up. It's as simple as that. Aha! It's very famous. Aha! Like the hat, mate. I thank you. How are you, Scottie? Says Errol. Errol, lovely to have you with us on dinky-doo. What station in Alloa were you located? Central FM. In those days, we had an Alloa studio. Fantastic. So it was right in the middle of the tune. Lovely to see everybody there, I say to you. Hi from Poland. Ella, lovely to have you with us watching Pan McClue. Am I right? Follow us as soon as you can, guys. I'm from Glasgow. Everybody, finger up to the top left and click the plus so you're all following right away. We need another 150 followers right now. Wow, it's happening. I love it. Thank you for following. Thank you so much to Eden. And thank you very much to everyone who's following right now. Sparky's followed. Wonderful. There we are. I think we're going to get our 100, guys. Keep following and following and following. Top left, click the plus. There we are. We are from Dundee. Well, we love Dundee, famous for jute, jam, and journalism. I used to go up to a radio station in Dundee, Wave Radio. Fantastic. Loved it up there. And great to see everybody, of course. Very, very important. Très important, as we say en français. There we are. If you've just joined us, guys, remember, we never stroll, we never troll. Our Grant, Scottie McClue, miss your radio show. It was great back in the day. I think there'll be more radio. I tell you, we're very, very busy and we're always in conversation. Did you live in Alloa when you were there? No, I stayed in Stirling Itchy. No, I shouldn't have said that, should I? But no, I travelled out to Alloa quite a lot and past the council buildings. What was the council building called? Was it something like Greenbank or something? I can't remember. Scottie, any thoughts on Linlithgow? Well, a very sensible place to stay because you're between Edinburgh and Glasgow. I also love your beautiful church. What's it called? St. Michael's Linlithgow, where David Steele, the politician's father, was the parish minister. Yes, St. Michael's Linlithgow. I'm sure I've got that right. And beautiful stained glass. And then you've got Linlithgow Palace, which I think should be done up with money from Westminster, reparation of damages, and a flat for the First Minister. Maybe a flat for McClue, since it was my idea. Dinky-Doo, how's your day going, everybody? It's so-called Killen-Craigs now. Ah, yes, right, I've got you. Just to the left, is it still in the big house? There we are. The old Patty's building, the council. There we are, fantastic. No, this was, what was this called? I think there was a green in it somewhere. I can't quite remember. It was a great big old house. Dinky-Doo. How are you, babe? You get a takeaway, says Dan. There we are. I don't know, Dan. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, Scotland. It's Martin.
Martin, how are we?
How are you, Lala?
I'm great, Lala. It's lovely to hear you. I'm just going to see if I can get you a wee bit clearer, Martin. Yes, that's the stuff we're always looking for new ways to get somebody nice and clear on here. And when there's been something on the go technically, did I ever tell you, Martin, you love this one? I said to a top technical person when I had a problem with the communications here, what do you think that could be? And he said, something's been improved. Yeah. Oh, you're lovely and clear now. That's brilliant.
Yeah, yes, I'm clear.
We can hear you now, Martin. You should even be able to hear yourself.
Yes, I know. It's the same.
Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful?
Hello, Scotty.
Hello, how you doing, Emma? You Dinky-Doo?
Dinky-Doo to you.
Dinky-Doo to you, my dear. Do you like the early evening pop-up?
Yes.
There we are. I'm being asked what's my favourite Polish dish. I would think sauerkraut and sausage. What's that, Martin?
Back, Scotty. I am back again.
You're back on. Lovely to hear you on Dinky-Doo.
Yes, Dinky-Doo yourself. I know. I'll phone you again soon.
Yes, and keep in touch, Martin. It's always lovely to hear from you. Everybody loves you. Dinky-Doo.
Well, if you love you.
Love you lots.
Love you, bye.
Bye, Lala. There we are. That's our Martin. He phones up a very, very clever wee chap. I don't know if he's a wee chap, maybe a big chap. And very good. What's your opinions on Derby County? Huge. I love anything to do with Derbyshire. Is stunningly beautiful. You know, whether it's your peaks, whether it's Buxton, whether it's Chatsworth House, whether it's just the people of Derby, whether it's Rolls-Royce Motors, you know, anything. Well, they're at Crewe, of course, aren't they? But did they not used to be in Derby? A Rolls-Royce, not Derby. There we are. Fantastic. I see. Up the Rams. Yes, indeed. The Ram of Derbyshire. What radio can we find you on, Scotty? Well, I'm not on a station at the moment, ATM, but we're in lots and lots of high-level discussion. So don't be too surprised if McClue pops up back on your wireless. On your wireless, I say to you. Up the Gay Gordons, says F Document. Absolutely. The Cheesy Gordons. Have you ever heard that one? F Document. We love Derby, says Ella. Yes, we do. We love you, Derby. Oh, yes, we do. Fantastic. That's what it's all about. Welcome to Scottie McClue, #FlowTie, the first lord of the internet, early evening pop-up. Hi, Scottie. Can you give a shout out to my brother-in-law who listens to you? Wee Joe. Absolutely. Wee Joe McGowan, if you're listening, Dinky-Doo from Ian. I say to you, hey, Pappy. Hey, Mark Pappy. How are you doing? Lovely to have you with us and Dinky-Doo. There we are. Now, let's get rid of Danny Boy, who's obviously a bit of, what can we call him? Oh, I don't know, just an idiot, I think. There we are. Anyway, he's away. He's away. We don't want his type on here, I tell you. So there we are. Now, what have we got here? I don't know them, the brother. So I shall need to find out opinions of Scotland qualifying for the Euros 2024. Well, I think fantastic. Let's go, Scotland. About time. Thoughts, opinions on Marmite. I love it. I love it. Not too much of it, though, I say to you. Absolutely, Blair. Yes, indeed. Never a dull moment. Stay fabulous, sir. Thank you, Rory. I shall do my best to stay fabulous. And hashtag thank you. Hashtag be kind, everybody. Dinky-Doo, Scotty Mold Mucker. All the carers in Scotland should get their rent-free and council tax. I think so, Mark, because they're out caring for people. So no, anything. Listen, anything for the carers. I know what these people go through, and they are terrific. I say to you, hi, will you visit Poland soon? Ella, I would love to visit Poland. Would you like Pan McClue to visit Poland? Would you ever consider going? Well, Jax, yes, of course. I'd consider all sorts of things. It's just getting the time. The world is stuffed full of beautiful people. There we are, and we want them to stop fighting right away. I say to you, everybody stop fighting. McClue has spake. Put down your guns. I'll tell you what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of men shall beat their sword to plowshares and their spears to pruning hooks. The reason I was slightly hesitant telling you that is because I remember it's the words of a psalm. To plowshares men shall beat their swords, to pruning hooks their spears. Comes from, is it Psalm 89? And the tune is Behold the Mountain of the Lord. And the tune is usually sung to Glasgow. The tune of Glasgow. Yes. To plowshares men shall beat their swords, to pruning hooks their spears. So put down all your arms and start gardening. Let's grow some decent food. What does Scotty think of Scotland getting into the Euros? Well, Bobby, we've just said our piece on that. There we are. I don't like to repeat myself. I say to you, Dinky-Doo from Tad the Lad. Definitely should visit. Best to come. Thank you. Thank you, Ella. That sounds lovely. And I say to you, it's marvellous. Have we all followed Scottie McClue? No, not all of us. We need another 100 followers right now, guys. Finger up to the top left, click the plus, and don't muck about because we're very, very busy. I've just got beautiful gifts from you guys and a Pudsey bear from Disco Pete. Disco Pete is so very, very generous to Scottie McClue. The first thing Disco Pete does is give a gift to McClue. So there we are, which is fantastic. Jax and Ella are chatting away. Jax is just popping in a few red roses. 5 beautiful red roses. I thank you, Jax. That's so kind of you. Guys, I've got 26 red roses already. And we've only been up for 14 minutes exactly. Well, 40 minutes and 2 seconds. Well, 3 seconds or 4 seconds now. 5, 6, 7 seconds now. It's going up all the time. Do you know what I mean? Share the lives. Thank you so much to B. Nichols for sharing the lives. And have you followed? And have you all popped over to the YouTube channel? See the URL in the TikTok bio and tried that out. That's going big style. So you all should be on there. If you've got a YouTube account, then get yourselves onto the world's top talk show. Oh, yes. Never a dull moment, I say. Ella's telling Jax to visit St. Mary's Basilica. Wow. Is that in Poland, Ella? There we are. Tell us more. Share it with the rest of us, Ella. This is a worldwide show. And we are live, big style. Thank you so much to everybody for following. We need another. I'll tell you what, here's the deal. I'll settle for another 60 followers tonight, right? So if everybody follows, once it hits the 60 new followers, I'll let you all off. How about that? Am I kind or just kind? There we are, or 100% generous. There we have it. We love it. Have you been to Germany, Scotty? I'm going to Berlin tomorrow. Sparkles. Nicht Deutsche sprechen, ich bin ein Ausländer, nicht verstehen. I haven't actually been to Berlin. There we are. I've been to Munich. There we are. How about that, Alex? What do you think? I say to you, is that not amazing? You should come and visit Derby, Jax is saying to Ella. They're having a good old chat, guys. You can follow them on here and you can join in. Yes, and bless our YouTubers. I think we'll just tell people we're live right now, folks. I think that would be a nice touch, don't you think? So I'll just put Scotty Live. There we are, Scotty Live. Now on TikTok and YouTube. Lovely. There we are. Live TikTok, YouTube. Scotty Live now on TikTok and YouTube. And we're at 1822. That was a good year for wine, wasn't it? 1822 p.m. You shouldn't put 1822 p.m. Oh, why not, though? I mean, where's the harm in it? I say to you. 1822. But I know, I'll tell you what, I'll not put p.m. I'll put hours. That's the professional way, isn't it? There we have 1822 hours, Tuesday, the 17th, 1710, 23. Lovely, lovely. Thank you for all your beautiful gifts, guys. And thank you to everybody who's tapped the $sign at the bottom of the super chat on the YouTube channel. I mean, it is just so very, very kind of you, I say. Very kind indeed. Wonderful. Thank you for that. Now then, my son is 25 tomorrow, says the CBD expert. Where does the time go? I was just thinking, Scottie McClue, 31 years on the radio. Yes, 31 years passed into 32nd year. Where does it go? So there you go. So that was, so I started with the Scottie McClue shows on the radio 7 years before your son was born. Have you ever been to Largs? I love Largs. Brisbane Glen. Do you remember a boat called the Keppel? Yes, it depends what age you are. You might not remember this. Does anybody remember the Keppel at Largs? And then the wee ferries over to the Tatty Pier and used to have the Talisman. I bet nobody remembers the Talisman. I can tell you. Is anybody old enough to remember the Ashton and the Leven? Yes, I worked on the Ashton, and they used to call in. So Dinky-Doo, Aidan says you went to my school. I did, Aidan. Absolutely. What about that then? Amazing. So fantastic. Yes, we love it. What have we got here? Who's joining us? Stuart's just joined us. Dinky-Doo. Guys, thank you for following. We love that. Ella and Jack's having a right good chat here. I recommend Energy Landia. Great places. Amusement parks. Have you been to Ochterarder? Well, I've got a confession. I haven't been to Ochterarder for some time. A beautiful, stunning town, stuffed full of lovely people. But we used to stop the buses. When we'd been skiing, the buses went through Ochterarder, and we stopped for fish and chips. Is that not amazing? Dinky-Doo, I say to you. There we are. Now, lovely to have everybody on here. This is just incredible. There's Paul Glover, has just joined us from Cornwall. Paul's Cornish, and we love it. Have you ever been to Echo Fechin, Carlisle's house, the Fechin? Yes, I've been to the Fechin. I know it very, very well. Shua says, Dinky-Doo, Scotty, Dinky-Doo, Shua. So glad you could join us. is just wonderful. This is fantastic. Dinky-Doo from Seattle says, M. Davis, we love you in Seattle. There we go. And Seattle, of course, is that's Silicon Valley, isn't it, Seattle? There we are. Wonderful stuff, I say to you. Buenos Aires, Scotty. Yes, yes, indeed. Buenos Aires, buenas noches. When's it buenas noches? Yes. Lovely to have everybody on the YouTube channel. Well, McClue, I've got to go now. Good talk. Ella, you dash off. You've had a great old chat to Jax there. And it sounds like you're going to get lots and lots of people going to Poland. You're early tonight, Mr. McClue. Well, no, just we pop up at random times just to see who's about. Very much like, do you remember Crocodile Dundee when he's got the and his beautiful lady says, what you doing? Is it just saying who's about? There we are. Fantastic. Have you ever been to Seamill? Oh, many, many times. A very bonny part of the world, West Kilbride and Seamill. There we are. My great uncle was a butcher in West Kilbride. Is that not fantastic? In the butcher shop in West Kilbride, long time ago. The floods have subsided from the river. Mum said in Aberfoyle in Lochard. Was Aberfoyle flooded? Such a bonny wee town. I was up in the summer, but I could see that the river could prove a bit of a hazard. There we are, Dinky-Doo. C'est tout. Hull. Oh, I used to broadcast to Hull. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hi, it's Brody.
Brody, how lovely to hear you, and Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo to you too, Scotty. Just want to let you know my dad remembers you being on the radio.
Tell your dad Scottie McClue's asking for him.
Okay, thanks.
Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo. There we are, Brody. What a fine, polite young man, and what a joy to take his call. I say to you, is there a game on, perchance? Yes, I don't know. But we don't want to clash. We don't want to clash. I don't want to go stealing the audience from a Rangers-Celtic match so that nobody watches that and everybody's tuned into McClue. You know, I mean, that's the sort of thing that can happen. Are you like a cult leader or something? Well, I don't know about a cult leader. Well, I suppose I am, actually, yes. Scottie McClue, it's a special brand of watching and listening. There we are. Was the Clash a band? Yes, the Clash. You had the Clash. I remember the Clash. Were they around at the same time as the Skids? You know, that sort of idea. Wonderful. The bands. We like the bands. I say to you. There we go. I might start my own. Call it the Gastric Band. See what I just did there, guys. How amazing is that? Fantastic. Spread the word. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Scottie McClue live on YouTube just for you and on TikTok as well. Has everybody visited the TikTok at Scottie McClue? And has everybody visited the YouTube, the world's top talk show? Because it's going to go boom time. Fantastic. So you better get in first and get subscribing and following. Follow us as well. There's a big Derek's followed. What a top man. And Alfie has liked the live. Have you followed Alfie? And all that stuff. Like, subscribe, follow, watch all the videos. Very, very good, Scotty. Marvellous. Did you like that? You see, I'm not just an athlete, I am a black belt in karaoke. There you are. Thank you for following. Beautiful. Thank you, Johnny, for my lovely, lovely gift there. Johnny's got the #1 gifter badge. How amazing is that? I thank you for giving to Scottie McClue. How amazing are every single one of you. A flame heart from Johnny. We love it. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. Lots and lots of activity on both McClue's TikTok and website. Red Wine calling. Stay safe. Have a wonderful evening. Red Wine, we thank you. Thank you so much. And Dinky-Doo. Right, I need another I think we're talking, we could probably get away with 50 followers, guys. So another 50 of you follow Scottie McClue right now. You just pop up and click the top left-hand plus, and then we can get you on there and say dinky-doo to every single one of you. Who have we got here? Hello from Kerno. Where is that, Paul? Kerno in, whereabouts in lovely Cornwall is Kerno. I've said it right, Kerno. There, Paul from Kerno. There we go. Paul, I can remember when I was down in Cornwall, I stopped at a garage on the way to Land's End. And in those days, they had lovely, what would now be called a classic car. And it was an Armstrong Siddeley was for sale. And I quite fancied it. And I can't remember what they wanted for it. Wasn't very much money at the time, you know. And in fact, at that time, it might have been something like £89 or I can't remember. But I said to the guy, I said, you know, is it what kind of mileage is on? He said, well, not much miles at all. The old guy what had it, he were too mean to even put water in it. So I don't think he'd drive it all that much. Was that any good, Paul? As an expression, an impressionation of a Cornishman. So there we are, Dinky-Doo. Yes, I think I do. Yes, I do that. Hi, Scottie, it's David, Dinky-Doo or David. How lovely to have you with us, and a big Dinky-Doo to you, as say. Scottie, Dinky-Doo, can you say that old chestnut Christian? Fantastic. There we are, guys. Be careful what you ask me to say, though, because it could end up in a lifetime ban. And we don't want that again, do we? As say to you. Right, I need another 46 followers. So if you've just joined us here on the TikTok, get following as soon as you can, and we'll sort it out there. Whereabout are you from, Scottie? From Ayr? No, Mark. No. We're in the west coast of Scotland, but I was originally a Greenock man and then Maryhill in Glasgow. Can you not tell by the way I speak that I'm pure Greenock and Maryhill? There we are. Taha's just joined us. Taha. Guys, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, please thumbs up bottom left. Bottom left of the picture, you'll see a little thumbs up. I'll keep holding it there, and if you can all go and click that, that would be just amazing. Also, share the broadcast. All right, so there we go. I'm just watching to see if everybody's got it. It looks like that. It's a little, tiny little thumbs up symbol. It's at the bottom left of the picture, I think. Have I got that right, guys? Is it left, right? There we are. Maryhill's a rough place. Oh, never, Mark. Not when I was there. Very, very smooth. Well, I think probably we bordered on North Kelvin side, you see. There we are. But no, Maryhill was never rough. It was beautiful, beautiful people. Maryhill was the original daughter of the mine owner, Mr. Hill. So there you are. What are you saying? Says EA. I'm saying everything, EA. You know, what are you saying? I say to you, there we go. What's that like? Fantastic. Well, we got a wee call from Davey tonight. Davey's a great call, actually. Everybody loves when Davey comes on. Right, guys, we're looking at, what did we say, followers-wise? All right, here's the deal. I'll settle for 40. I'll settle for 48 followers now. I said I'd settle for 60, but if everybody who's watching follows, then we'll settle for another 48. And then we won't be bothering you at all for following. But you should naturally follow. So there we are. What is HIV? Well, it's a financial term. Yes, for high investment value. So there you have it there. High investment value. Is that HIV? HIV? Absolutely. Are you positive? Yes. High investment value. So there you go. Could there be a religious connection with Maryhill? Well, yes. Yes, the minister and you'll see this if you look on your TikTok. The minister from Old Mary Hill a way back married my parents in Ardrishick in Argyll. Well, he didn't marry them. He married them as a minister, you know what I mean? And so that sort of stuff. And you will see him. And then he went to, I think it was Old Mary Hill. So there you have it. And there was, so there you are. I'm absolutely positive, EA, absolutely sure. Yes, indeed, high investment value. You can't beat it, say to you. What have we got? Thank you, Vodka. Very nice to hear from you too, say to you. There we go. Everybody subscribe now. Have we found the thumbs up? If you're watching on the YouTube channel, have you found the thumbs up? Bottom left, guys, I'll wait for you. What I'm doing, guys, we're streaming on the YouTube channel, live streaming, and everybody loves that. And if you're watching on it, I want you to go to the bottom left and give me a thumbs up. So I'm just waiting. We need about another 2 or 3 people to do that while they watch. Can you see it, guys? It's a wee symbol like that. Well, it's not too difficult, a thumbs up, is it? A wee symbol like that. So if you're watching now, down to the bottom left of the picture on the YouTube channel, and give us a thumbs up. Guys, if you've not visited the YouTube channel, check out the TikTok bio, and you'll get on there, no bother. Is your da Homer Simpson? No. But he was a very good Homer. Yes, he could do you a Homer, I say. Absolutely. Is it Marge that's got the blue hair? Because I remember going into the doctor's, and he said, what's wrong? I said, my chest's a bit funny. He said, what are the symptoms? I said, well, there's Bart and there's Marge. I think Marge has got the blue hair. So there you go. I said to you, that's fantastic. Did not know that. What did you not know? Mary Hill. Oh, yes. Huge connections. And there was the girls' home. And there was also the wonderful home. What's the home called? Park. What's it called? It's not View Park. That's oh, come on. What's the home? Lovely big school and everything. And you know, there's a little hidden burial ground that used to be attached to the old Mary Hill Parish Church. And the hills lived heading out towards the bridge, heading out towards Bear's Den. So the hills had a house out there, if I remember rightly. Yes. You're live on Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
It's me, it's David. How you
Davey,
doing?
how you doing, lad? I always love when you phone in just for a wee chat, you know what I mean?
Well, look, it's interesting with Mary Hall because you mentioned something, Park View. That was a children's home.
That was, is it? Yeah, but it's no Park View, is it? Park View, what's?
Yes, it's
View.
changed. It's no longer a children's home.
Oh, right.
Because I was told it's changed to a private company, but the children has been took out to another place.
Right.
And it's some kind of, I don't know, I just heard about it. Anyway,
that's
from Mary Hall when that was.
Are you a Mary Hill man, David?
Yeah.
Right. Well,
So,
you know this. Mary Hill was a mining village.
Right, okay.
Right. So and still to this day, when you buy a house in Mary Hill, sometimes the report will say to you, there were mine workings, but they are all now at an end. You know, just in case anybody's worried about their tenement flat settling, you know. But of course, a lot of Mary Hill's been knocked away because you had the old North Kelvin Side School.
Yes, I mean,
it
was all black tenements back in the day.
Oh, huge, everything. Oh, Glasgow. The Glasgow tenements were filthy black, you know. But they cleaned them all up.
you know, that someone mentioned about Glasgow House rough. Well, to be honest with you, there's a bit of roughness everywhere. It all depends if you're involved in trouble.
I would say Maryhill was very smooth. Of course, it had its slightly questionable characters, you know. But I enjoyed my time. I was 11 years there.
I came from Timmon Street, the old Timmon Street.
Timmon Street, I know it very well. And do you know Shakespeare Street?
Yeah, I know Shakespeare Street.
Hotspur Street.
I was about 4 years old in Timmon Street. I was nearly starting school. Anyway, we moved to Naples Hall Street after that, onwards.
Naples Hall Street, I love that. I stayed in Holyrood.
Holyrood,
just along. So you would turn down Naples Hall Street off the Great Western Road. And then you could go straight through to Maryhill Road. I don't know if you can still do that.
Right. Yes. Oh yes. You can still you take your turn out in Naples Hall Street. Yes. You come to the Great Western Road. That's brilliant. Yes.
And see the one just along North Woodside Road. That was where.
That's a lovely piece of area. It's
beautiful beside the Kelvin there. Now that was where what was the man's name? Sir William. He started the Boys Brigade in North Woodside Place.
Right. Now there's a church in North Woodside Road.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
The church. My brother get married in it. In fact, there you go.
Not the Lansdowne Church, was it? No.
I think it's a
great big steeple.
It's beautiful.
Just opposite where you would go down to Park Road and down to Woodlands.
Yes, Park Road and Woodlands.
Yes.
I mean, as I said, my mum stayed in that point of Woodlands Road. You go right to Woodlands Road. And now you've got a pathway to the Kelvin Grove Park.
Yes, lovely. You can go down there and you can go along to Belmont Street and you can see...
But you don't... Belmont Street and also...
Belmont Street, no, I was just going to say on the church on the bridge. What was that one called now? You know the one, I mean, a lovely big red sandstone church. Stevenson Memorial.
Aye, but that pathway at night, you don't want to go down that pathway at night. It's not very nice, you know.
Well, no. At night it gets. The trouble is, there's a lot of strange people around at night now. You used to be able to just have a walk. See, I think the problem is we're missing the Polish going about in pairs.
Well, this is what we're all talking about this every day, because I am to my people.
Yes.
We're not, and you know what? What a post. They were saying that there could be a strike soon, but I don't know how that's going to work out.
Strike. Well, do you remember, Davy, what you would see? All the shops shut at 5 o'clock. Sometimes the wee sweetie shop was open till 6 or till 8.
That's right. The wee sweetie shop.
But after that, that was it. The cafe was open till about 9 or 10.
Oh, right. So let's talk about an old cafe. There's only one standing now. It's in Maryhill Road.
I know exactly the one you mean. Wonderful.
Aye, and wait a minute, we've got one in Byers Road as well. The same
Byers Road, yes, you've got the same idea. And you can go in and you say, could I have a wee bit bacon and egg, please? And a cup of tea.
Right,
lovely.
And we've also got all the sweeties behind the counter.
All the sweeties are there, and you can get yourself chewing nuts, Russian caramels, sour plumes, cough candy,
and a big
striped balls
of Knickerbocker Glory.
Oh, huge Knickerbocker Glory, and 2 ounces of striped balls on your way out. Fantastic.
I tried the chips and macaroni, but the macaroni, they made it with kind of cream. I didn't like that feeling.
Yeah, but you weren't so keen on the cream sauce. No, I think you maybe don't want to sort of add too much to your chips. Maybe just the chips.
No.
A Glasgow thing is just the chips, you know. I mean, okay, they added fish to it, and that's fair enough. But you used to get a single fish. You could say, could I have a single fish?
I still get a single fish. You get 2 pieces if you want the 2
Lovely,
pieces.
2 pieces. It's huge. It's huge, beautifully cooked. You gobble it up and
Lily loves it and all. Lily gets a wee bit of fish, not the batter, just the fish and chicken.
Sean's saying the University Cafe he's got here. So there we are. We'll give them a wee plug.
The one in Biosod.
The University Cafe, lovely, lovely.
Oh, what a great guy, son, thank you.
And opposite that, you used to have the old Western Infirmary.
Oh, Scotty, I discuss this all the time. That should never been built.
No, of course it should have been. That was where you get that lovely old joke. Guy wakes up, you know, and he's standing beside his bed. There's a guy with a Stetson hat and the jeans and the leather waistcoat and the snakeskin boots. And he says, "Well, who are you?" He says, "Well, you're in the Western."
It was a great hospital.
Oh, super hospital.
You know what went wrong? Apparently that was never their land. That belonged to the university.
Well, that's true. I mean, the university owns a lot. The university owns a lot of property around that part, away up into Hill Head.
I was doing Biosod recently, right?
Yes.
I used to stay in Warren Street as well, right?
I know Lord Street and Partick and White Street.
As you cross, White Street, as you cross, you came into Warren Street onto Biosod, across at the car park. That big college is getting bigger. It's all land now, and the old Western Smuggler College. You can see big buildings. It's changed days.
Yeah, it changed days. And you also had the BBC up at Queen Margaret Drive.
The BBC, well, we know the building's still there, but it's no longer the BBC.
And the university, the university.
Yeah. But it's the university is getting too much, don't you think?
Well, I mean, it's you know, I mean, I think it's very beautiful when you walk about. If you go up University Avenue, you'll see the old Wellington Church.
Yes,
the Wellington Church, fantastic. We love all that. And no, I mean, it's fantastic what's around there. It really is.
Because Mrs. Mac was playing in the Wellington Church with my friend. He was in the orchestra. He was the one who had the sticks.
Oh, right, yes, wonderful. Oh, fantastic. Terrific music at Wellington Church.
Mrs. Mac was his friend from Take the High.
Mrs. Mac, Gwyneth, she was lovely.
And my friend Tim, he was at the orchestra with the sticks.
Do you know, can you believe it, Davy, that Take the High Road is about 40 odd years old? And I'll tell you, I remember I rang STV and asked, could I speak to the producer? And they said, well, he's no in at the moment. We'll pass on your number, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I ended up in front of the producer for Take the High Road.
Brilliant.
And he said to me, he said, I said, no, you know, you look good. You remind me of a young, and he mentioned a very famous actor. And he said,
you could have got a part of that.
Well, that was it. I mean, I didn't actually, but it was so lovely of him to see me.
Even River City.
Well, they're talking about that. Have you seen the latest one? Have you seen the latest YouTube?
Right,
it just went up about an hour ago, and it's somebody from the other day saying, Scotty, could you get a part in River City?
Oh, brilliant. I don't know what's going on just now. River City's been took off. I think maybe on a break.
All right, having a wee break. Trust me to be getting in touch when they're having a break, you know.
There you go, but they had a break months ago and now it's on another break. What's this? No less they want to get allowed a bit of time out. I don't know.
No, listen, absolutely. Everybody deserves a wee bit of time out, Davey. You know what I mean? Get a bit of peace and quiet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Take the High Road and all to be rebooted if you want to do it.
Well, you can get it on STV Player. It's brilliant.
Oh, yes.
But I just couldn't believe, because I'll tell you who I met. And she came and did some work with us. A lovely lady, Mary Riggins. Mary played. Now, who did she play in Take the High Road? I'm just trying to think.
Oh, I remember it so much.
Do you remember the lady that drove the bus? The lady that drove the bus and the lady that drove the bus, Mrs. Mac. Mrs. Mac didn't drive the bus. She cleaned for the minister.
Aye, that's right, the minister, yes.
The minister was a wonderful actor called John Young.
Yeah, I mean, it's Mrs. I hope Mrs. Mac, is she still,
No, I
is she still
think
with us? I don't know.
Gwyneth sadly passed about a year or two
She
ago.
did pass,
Yes, I think she did.
Silly me, yeah.
No, not
She
at
did
all.
pass
And
over,
I
aye,
think
yeah.
Mary did as well.
Aye.
Actually.
Now, look at the girl that was in Emmerdale, who was in the Teen High Road. She's not changed a bit.
No, she's wonderful. She looks great in Emmerdale. That's right. And she was in yes. What was she called in Take the High Road? Was it Trisha?
Trisha, yeah.
That's right. She's very good.
I swear to God, she looks fantastic.
I know. She just looks at me. You can't believe it's 40 years since she was in. And I loved it. And do you remember Edith MacArthur that played the lady up at the business?
Yeah.
I love that, and I love the handyman that was always having a wee cup of tea.
Aye, the wee cup of tea and the wee shop, of course.
The Blair's store, Eileen McCallum. Yes,
Eileen McCallum.
She played Mrs. Blair. Fantastic.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, they were great.
She had a part in the Steamy.
Yes, she did.
Aye.
And I'll tell you, there was another wonderful lady called Marjorie Thompson. And Marjorie would have been 110 now, I think. And Marjorie, Marjorie was acting into her 80s there. And she played Grace Lachlan, Dougal's mother.
Grace Lachlan,
and Dougal was played a wonderful man. Dougal was Alec Monteith, and Alec had been a television announcer.
But they could get it together and start and reboot it. They could do a reboot. Wonderful. That'd be amazing.
Yes, I might join in myself because I'm old enough now to be one of the Elgins.
Why did they stop it? Did they just?
I think what happened. Well, no, I don't think it's anything to do with that. I think STV in those days worked very, very hard. It was a brilliant company. It was run by a guy who I knew very well called Sir William Brown, Bill. And Sir William Brown had run that since 1966 when he became the managing director. He joined them in 1957 when they started, and he was the London sales manager. And then he became, and Lord Thompson of Fleet, who owned the Scotsman and the Times. He owned Scottish television. It was in Hope Street at the Theatre Royal. And marvellous. The Theatre Royal. And Bill Brown was a wonderful man, a very unassuming man, but a very, very nice man. And he knew everyone, and everyone knew him.
That's a great.
Everyone knew him, and he got a phone call from. Remember Hugh Fraser? Fraser's shop. His father owned Harrods. Hugh owned Harrods. Hugh Fraser.
I didn't know that. Harrods.
Harrods in London. Lord Fraser owned Harrods in London, and Bill got a phone call from Hugh Fraser saying he would put up the money to buy the Theatre Royal as a memorial to his father. And they were talking about that. I don't think that actually did transpire, but I mean, these guys were talking to each other all the time, and they were very influential in Scotland. I mean, the Fraser of Allender Institute, you know? Incredible.
Dodi Al-Fayed owned Harrods.
No, he bought it from.
He bought it.
Yes, he bought it. But I'm trying to think. Yes, because was there not something to do with Lonro, Tiny Roland at the time? Yes, do you remember Tiny Roland and all that?
Personally, Harrods, it's not a shop I've been in. Yes. I know it's beautiful. You know what I mean?
Well, Sir Hugh had his own shop, Sir Hugh, and sadly, he was a very, very nice man. Sadly, Hugh died quite young. I think he was just in his 50s. You know, but he was great for it. And also, at that time, he asked about shares in Scottish television But the authorities that controlled television, ITV, I think it would be the Independent Television Association, said no, because he already had the newspapers. He owned the Herald. He owned the Herald. And he also had shares in Border Television, where I was privileged to work as well. Marvellous people, you know. I used to see them. Yes. I mean, it's just incredible, Davy. And when I look back, I was thinking the other day, I knew all these people personally. So they would come in and say, hello, how are you getting on? And all the chat would chat away. And I think to myself, everybody said to me for years, you should write your memoirs. And I've always thought, am I interesting enough to have memoirs, you know? And
I'll say so, yeah.
Well, somebody the other day was saying, no, you really should. It would be a big seller. So I don't know, you know what I mean? Scottie McClue.
Scottie, right, think about this. I mean, right, to give me a book, you know, you can make a book because you've been through a lot and you've been done a lot.
Well, I wrote a thriller. I've written the first part of a thriller. So if you're ever on YouTube, well, you're on YouTube now. But I mean, if you're on YouTube, look up Scottie McClue, Deliver Us from Evil.
Right, okay.
And you'll get the first chapter and tell me what you think.
It's good to see you do a book. Get it in the shop. Scotties are going to make big business.
Well, I think it maybe is time because, as I say, I was so privileged. You know, nothing to do with me. Just I was very privileged to meet all these very famous people, and they were lovely, and they were so good to me.
You were telling me, was it Uncle went down with a ship years ago?
Yes, Uncle Colin. Yeah. Oh, I know. And his great pal was the guy. Have you ever come across mole grips? You know these tools? Well, I bet you have. It's known as the third hand. And it's a tool that you can crimp them shut and you can turn the other end with a spanner. Well, they're like pliers and they're called mole grips.
I think I've seen it.
You've seen them all. They're very, very famous mole grips.
I've got tools in my cupboard hall, you know.
Well, I'll bet you've got a pair of mole grips. And that Uncle Colin's great friend was mole grips. He bought his company from the Moles. The Mole Brothers in Birmingham. Isn't that amazing?
That's amazing.
And this guy also, do you know what this guy also did? Oh, history. Do you know what this guy also did? You know, I mean, he was huge. He designed the Mulberry Harbours. Now, the Mulberry Harbours were what they took over at D-Day so they could land all the stuff. D-Day. D-Day, you know what I mean? This guy designed stuff for D-Day, you know? And do you know who asked him to design it? Winston Churchill.
There you go. There you go. The man himself.
The man himself.
We will meet them at the beach. We will fight them on the beach. Honestly.
Yeah, that's right. And there was a guy.
I mean,
no, go on, David, go on.
I mean, some of them didn't make cut to the beach. You poor wee souls, they were shot.
No, they didn't. They were shot dead in the way. I know, awful. And can you name the beaches, Davy? Can you name the beaches?
The beaches, you mean all around?
They all had names, code names, and they were called. I'll tell you then. Omaha, Sword, Juno, Gold, and I think there was one more. So there you are, and they were the code names for the beaches.
Do you know what I was going to say? I was going to mention things like, I know Air Beach, I know Twin Beach.
That's like Barassi. Somebody said to me one day, they said, Barassi. I said, well, it's quite cold.
Yeah.
Here's a lovely one, Davey. Here's Kev going, I loved your show when I lived in Blackpool. I can't for the love of me remember the name of the station. Red Rose Radio, Kev. Red Rose Radio. That was it. Red Rose Radio. Everybody loved that. So we're needing another 5 followers on the TikTok. We'll settle for that. Isn't that great?
That's brilliant, Si. I mean, but you, see the 5 followers, you don't get them anyway, don't you, Tarek, my friend?
I will get them.
I mean,
I'm sure 5 lovely people will come and follow us on the TikTok.
I love the TikTok.
The TikTok is great fun, isn't it? And McClue's doing very well. I started that for a bit of fun. I thought, well, maybe get a couple of 100 people joining in.
And you've done fabulous.
Oh my goodness! I think we're up about 29,000 or something like that.
Aye. Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? You know, right, son, I will let
David,
you go.
I will let you go, sir. You are fabulous and great chat.
Right, son, Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo up the Mary Hill. There we go. That's our Davy. Lovely, lovely chat, guys. I say to you. And now, what have we got here? That's fantastic. There we go. Yes, the University Cafe in Bowes Road. We love it. Guys, if you've just joined us on the YouTube channel, please go down to the bottom left and do a thumbs up. Every single one of you. And also do subscribe. Yes, every subscriber is loved. And I love being back home, the best wee country in the world, Scotland, says Kev. Oh, yes, Kev. I say to you, Kev, there we are. Guys can have another 5 followers. So if we've got 5 of you watching, 2,700 likes, outstanding. 2,700 likes, guys. We love it. But 5 more people following right now, if you don't mind. I shall watch you. I shall give you a shout out. Hi, I've just joined this live. Who are you? And what do you do? No hate, just curious. No user 338. No hate at all. I'm Scottie McClue, the world's top broadcaster. Hashtag FlowTie, the first lord of the internet. 40 years at your service, television, radio, newspapers, and now online streaming. There we go. 2 billion people know me throughout the world, which of course means 6 billion don't. How are you, Scottie? Dinky-Doo? So spread the word and tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 that you've been on Scottie McClue and you can highly recommend it. Thank you for my beautiful gifts, guys. How are you, Scottie? Says DD. We're brilliant. What games did you play or played? I did rugby. I did rowing, which on my CV looks like rowing. And I did sailing. And I did cross-country running. And our old PE master used to shout, Smith, very good, 15 minutes and 32 seconds. And I would say, here's himself coming, I'll go and get the calendar. We love it. So there you are. School, I say to you guys, that's what it's all about. Right, we're going to have to dash. We're out of time. I love you all. Do not forget that. Get following, check out the videos, and we'll catch up again soon. Until we meet again, lots and lots of love. Hashtag stay fabulous. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Bye-bye. There we go. That's it. And you beautiful, beautiful YouTubers, make sure you share and subscribe and tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Love you lots, guys. We'll be speaking very, very soon. Dinky-Doo. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Now's your big chance. Bye-bye.